Hello everyone, welcome to Infra Experts. This is the second session where we'll be discussing on Oracle installation of Oracle 19c rack. In the first session we saw how to configure our Oracle server rack server and how to set up our DNS and whether our nodes are pingable or not. In this session we will see how to configure our Oracle ASM and install our Oracle Grid software. On top of it, install database software. So let us start. First and foremost thing, we are done till here. And now what I need to do, I need to install these RPMs. So let me proceed with one by one. First of all, let me choose the disk. Okay, the disk is there. And let me first go to media and okay, I need to be with root privileges. Go to media and install this software, this RPM, RPM hyphen IVH Oracle. So this has been installed. Now let us jump to our media ISO folder. And what all RPMs I need to install? I need to install Oracle ASM and Oracle ASM support. RPM hyphen IVH. Let me just take it from here. So this is installing, and once this is installed, I need to install the Oracle ASM lib also. Let me do the same thing over my Node 2. Let me go to media, shared directory, rpm-ivh, Oracle ASM lib. So my lib software has been installed over here also. I need to install Oracle ASM support. So this is still going on in Node 1. Let me go to, let me see whether this is okay. This is there mounted. Kmod Oracle ASM. Let me install this. So this is installing over Node 2 also. So I will just minimize this one so that I can see that whether these are getting installed or not. I'll pause the video until this is getting installed. So we have our Kmod Oracle ASM RPM installed in Node 1. So we are left with Oracle ASM support. Let me install this too. So this has also been installed. And over here, this is still running. Now, since that is running, let me do one thing. Let me create the disk first. This I will do in the latter phase. Let me create the partition the disk and then proceed. Or let us wait for the node 2 to complete also, and then we can proceed likewise. So my database means my RPM is installed in Node 2. Let me install the support RPM. So this has also been done. Now let me go to Node 1 and see my raw disk. So from here, if you see, I will have in 4 raw disks of 50 GB each and 2 of 20 GB each. So what I need to do, let me first copy this somewhere. So if disk dev sdb, let me copy it. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 disks are there. SDB, then SDC, then SDD and SDE. These 4 are with 50 GB each. Then F and G of 20 GB each. So I need to partition these. And this will be a new partition. So I'm pressing N. And the primary partition it will be. Let me just take the default values over here and write it. So this is done. How will you see it? P for printing. So this is done, and then Q for quit. Likewise, let me install the rest. Here also, if you want, you can give P, or else it will take by default P. Let me do for all the drives. And let me check it from here. So SDG is done, which is of 20 GB. SDF of 20 GB is done. E of 50 GB is done. C, I missed D, right? So D has been missed. Fdisk -dev /sdd. So this is also done. Now let me check whether I am getting the output from my Node 2 also. So you can see here C, D, F, G, E, and B. All these partitions have been done here also. So these are shared. I can confirm it now. Now next thing what I need to do is I need to configure my Oracle ASM. So this is a configuration command, Oracle ASM configure -I. So the default user to own the driver interface. Who should be the default user? My grid user. Here I'm using Oracle. So you can see Oracle, and then it will ask for the primary group, which is O install I am taking, and start Oracle ASM library driver on boot. Yes. Scan for Oracle ASM disk on boot. Yes. And then it will be done. So let me do it. Default group is O install. Yes, yes, and it's done. Now I can see from Oracle ASM configure. See, you can see here Oracle ASM, Oracle O install, O install. So this has been done in here. Let me proceed with the same steps in my Note 2, which is Jill. So this is done in here also, and you can check like this. So the next step is I need to start my Oracle ASM. The command is Oracle ASM init. So let me start. Before that, you can see whether Oracle ASM is what's the status of Oracle ASM. You can see Oracle ASM status is no, means it is not loaded and it is not mounted. So let me load and mount it. Now let me see, it is loaded and mounted. Let me do the same thing in Note 2 also. Status. Let me go start it. So this has been started, and you can see, yes, we are done with this. Now we need to configure create our disk. So what is the command? This is a Oracle ASM create disk. So in here we will be having 4 disks for data. Means the 50 GB disk, those disks will be given for data, and the 20 GB disk, those will be given for my archive logs. So the command is Oracle ASM create disk, then the partition name. So in my case, the partition names are SDB, SDB, CDE. These are 50 GB as we saw earlier. So I need to create these. Let me go proceed with this. Oracle ASM create disk /dev/sdb1. My bad. In here I missed to give my disk name, and the disk name, let me take it as data1. So this is created. I need to create the same for rest of the disk. Data2, data3, and data4. So these are done. Now I need to create for my FRA. FRA1, FRA2. Now let me see whether with this command I can see the disk or not. Yes, I can see, so the disks are created in here. Are the changes reflected in my Note 2? I need to check that. And do you think just by giving Oracle ASM list disk, you will get the status? Just think for a while before running the video. Just pause your disk, pause the video for a while and think. It will not show. Why is it not showing? I need to scan the disk in here first. It will scan in whether some changes were done by his counterpart, by this node's counterpart, by his neighbor, which is node 1. So scanning the disk, it got this disk. So okay, my neighbor has done these, means has created these some disks. If you scan this disk now, it's not scanning anything else. So my neighbor has not Means those were the only disks which have been created by my neighbor. Nothing else have been created. So yes, now I have this in my registry also, and I can list the disk. That is what my Node 2 is saying. So my Oracle ASM has been installed and a disk has been created in both my nodes. Now I need to make these directories in both my servers, and in here what I'll be doing, I'll be using this directory for my Oracle, for my grid home, this one for my Oracle home, and the permission, the owner will be Oracle install for this, and the permission will be 775. So let me run this in both the nodes, and let me check ls-ld slash u01. Done. Okay, it is done. Now the same thing I need to go ahead with my node 1 also. So I have done this. Now comes the part where we need to install our grid home. So before installing the grid home, we need to take the zip file and put it in my grid home and then unzip it. So let us proceed with this. Let us do this from our node 1. So this is the file, and where do I need to copy it? I need to copy it to slash u01 app 19c, then grid. So this is copying. This will take some time because it is copying from my physical location to the virtual location. So it will take some time for it to copy. I'll pause the video until this is copied. So this has been copied. So let me go to u01 app grid app, then 19c grid, and let me change the permission. Now let me come to root, means Oracle user. I am unzipping the file. So this has been unzipped. Now what I need to do is I need to install an RPN, which is CVQ cluster verify utility disk. So this will be under my grid home, then CV RPM. Let me clear the screen so that it's much more easier for you to see. And CVU star ls-ltr. So you can see RPM. I need to install this cluster verification cluster utility. Oh, my bad. I need to install it with root user. So my path is this, and I need to run this. So this is done in here. Now what I need to do is I need to send this file to my Jack user, Jill node, means node 2 also. So pwd ls-ltr cv Now let me send this to my Jill. So I am in Jill. Let me go in here and put this file. So let me create this in here also. Let me install this in here also. Okay, I'm in root user itself. So this is done. Next, what is the step we need to perform? We need to set up SSH between the nodes. And for that, we need to go to grid home, then deinstall. And from there, we need to run the command where we have our setup file .sh file, SSH user setup, then with user Oracle and the hosts being Jack and Jill, means the node 1 and node 2, and no prompt passphrase. So let us go ahead with this. Let me just copy and paste it. It will ask for it. It will ping in both the nodes whether it is both my nodes are reachable or not, and then it will ask for the password. So do you want to continue to and let the script make the above changes? What are the changes? As part of the setup procedure, this script will use SSH and SCP to copy files between the local host and the remote host. Since the script does not store password, you may be prompted for the passwords during the execution of the script whenever SSH or SCP is invoked. As per SSH requirements, this script will secure the user home directory and the .sh directory by revoking the group and world right privileges to these directories. So yes, and it is asking for the Oracle password of my node 1. Let me give for my node 2 also. Let me provide the password. Let me provide the password for my node 1 again, for my node 2 again. And just by seeing this SSH verification complete, do not think that your your SSH setup is done. You need to check these, and you can see in here, if you see any other output besides the output of the date command, or if you are prompted for a password here, it means SSH setup has not been successful. Please note that being prompted for a passphrase may be okay, but being prompted for a password is error. And this is the same for my node 2 also. So now if I want to SSH to my Jill, you can see I can go in directly to my node 2 without giving the password. Now what I need to do is I will be copying this to my node 2 also, and run the user SSH user setup from there too. And let me run this. So it will be doing the same thing in over here also, and I need to give yes, the password. I believe I gave wrong password. Yeah. So I'm done with this. So since we are done with this, Our next step will be running the cluster verify utility and checking whether everything is fine or not. I will repeat the same thing again. We will be having some checks failed for this. What will be the checks failed? Our RAM utilization, our memory, Oracle's recommendation is 8 GB, but we have given 6 GB. So that will fail. The NTB daemon, that will also be failing. So we need to omit this and proceed. Let us run it. So where do we have it? We have it in here. In our grid home. As you can see, run club5.sh. So let me paste it in here. Let me clear the screen. So let me run this. If you are not willing to run this from here, you can run it from the GUI console also while installing our grid setup. That time also it will be running the cluster verify again. But let us proceed with this. This is this error it will be giving for the first time. So my run cluster verification utility has completed, and you can see from here, as I told, some prerequisite checks will be failing. And the first one is the physical memory RAM, which should be failing because we gave 6 GB of RAM for each node, but its required memory is 8 GB. I hope it is sufficient for us to proceed. Although there might be some problems, still I think we can go ahead. Next is verify node connectivity. The this IP is for multiple interfaces, and we can ignore this alert too. And NTP protocol, as I said, this one also will be failing. We cannot do anything in our lab setup. This one we can work on it, and we can. What we need to do is let us log in as root, then systemctl stop avahi-daemon, then disable avahi-daemon. So this has been disabled over here. Let me do the same from my node 2 also. Systemctl stop avahi-daemon, and then disable the same. So this has been disabled. Now if I run it, at least this error I can say that it won't be there. So I'm running it again. Let me clear the screen first, and I'm running it again. And let me see what all errors it comes. As you can see, the first error which we were facing at first, that has been resolved. So my cluster verification utility has run, and you can see from here, this we can omit. This one also we can omit. This two we can omit, and so we can proceed with our grid setup. So this is the utility which I need to run. So let us proceed. So I need to proceed with configure Oracle grid infrastructure for a new cluster and configure Oracle standalone cluster. Let me give the name as CRS prod cluster name. I'm giving the cluster name as CRS prod, and my cluster name, as I have given CRS prod -scan, I'm giving this. You need to remember one thing, that your cluster name should not be more than 15 characters. I'm not sure whether this is given in here or not, but if you are giving more than 15 characters, your grid installation will be failing with the error code as CLR CLS RSC-119 start of the exclusive cluster mode cluster failed, and this will be failing when your root.sh runs, and in step 16 while starting the init process, at that time it will be failing. So you need to take care of this, that your cluster name is less than 6 characters. I do not want to configure GNS. It is validating the scan name now. Let it validate. And now I need to add my second node, which is jill.infraexperts.com, and this is jill-vip. Let me test the connections. Let me set up this. This might fail for the first time, or it might not fail. Connection has been established. So let me go next. Password SL is not set up. So you can see this is not set up, it is saying. So let me proceed with the setup again. And let me proceed. As I said, it might fail. So this is again, it is showing passwordless SSH is not set up. So my connectivity between the both nodes passwordless was failing. I tried all methods, but it was still failing. So what I had to do, I means you can see in here, I paused the video while I was doing it. I went to home oracle.ssh and I deleted all the files in here, and I brought the files from my node to in here, and then I tried testing the connections. You can see get star, then afterwards I tried connecting and it was able to connect. You can see here it was asking for the password before that, and if you see here, I'm not sure why it happened, but the means when I was running the SSH again, it was failing. So right now it is resolved, as I showed you how it can be resolved. So let me go next. So right now my connectivity between both the nodes is fine. This is the one for which I was getting error in my club5 cluster verification utility, and this is for my public IP address I will be using, and this one for my ASM and private IP. So it will be validating. Now I need to use Oracle Flex ASM for storage, not shared file system. So I'll press next. I'll be using Grid Infrastructure Management Repository, which is nothing but it is a cluster health monitor. I do not want to create separate ASM storage for my Grid Infrastructure Management Repository. And I need to change the path to discover my disk. Dev Oracle ASM / disk. So it showed me all the disk groups which I had created, data 1, 2, 3, 4, and FRA 1 and 2. So this my disk group name will be data 1. So let me go ahead with data these 4 disk groups. I'll be creating the disk group FRA1, FRA after my grid installation is completed. So let me proceed next. The allocation unit is 4 and I'm redundancy I'm taking as normal redundancy. I'll be using the same password over all my accounts. Do not use intelligent platform management interface. I do not want it. I do not want to register it with OEM. And in here you can go ahead with this only, but I will be using o install generalized o install group for my grid as well as database. And the Oracle base will be, let me change it. Let me change this to, let me first check in here what all directories I had created. Okay, I will make a directory in here with grid base, and let me take this only from here. So my grid base will be or U01 app grid base, and the software location is this. So this is my grid home. Let this be the same as it is. You can do this manually or you can automate it so that your means you do not need to go ahead and do the run the root.sh. If you are planning to run the root.sh manually, then you need to run it one by one on each node. I will be proceeding with, sorry, it should be this because I have not given sudo to root privilege to my Oracle user, but I have the root user credentials, so I will be proceeding with this. And right now it is again running the cluster verification utility to check whether everything is fine. And as I said, there will be some errors, 2 to 3 errors we will be getting in here. One is for the RAM, the other one is for the NTP daemon. So these 3 we will be getting again. You can see the performance of my system with 16 GB of RAM and SSD storage. What is the performance right now? So you need to take care of your laptop configuration before you can proceed. So these have failed, as I told, physical memory, and then the chronic daemon has failed. So I will ignore this and proceed. And then press install. So this will take a while for my grid setup to install. I'll pause the video until it asks for the step where we can execute the root scripts. So as you can see in here, it is asking configuration scripts generated by the installer need to be run as a privileged user root. Installer will run these scripts using the privileged user credentials provided earlier. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes, I need to continue. So you can see in here right now, if you go to details, these steps will be performing on your each node. And first it will be performing on your node 1, and then after node 1 you can parallelly run the script in other remote nodes. So in here I have just one remote node since it is a node rack selection. So after this setup in my node 1, from the node where I am firing the uh, grid setup command, after this is completed it will go ahead with node 2, which is Jill. So I'll pause the video until this is done, and this will take around half an hour or an hour to complete. So my grid installation has completed, and you can see the cluster verification utility failed. I am aware why it has failed. Let me give OK. If you can see from here, you can see why this has failed. For the Cronny in NTP daemon, it did not pass. That's why it has failed. So we can omit it and we can go ahead with the next step. So this is what it is saying. Cronny daemon is not synchronized with any external time source. That's why it is failing. Since this is a lab setup, that's why it will be failing. We cannot do anything in here. So let us proceed with the next steps. And you can see the configuration. Let me. The configuration of Oracle Grid infrastructure for a cluster was successful, but some configuration assistance failed, were cancelled or skipped. So this is done. Now let me close this. So currently we are done with our grid installation. And you can see in here the processes are running. And also right now I am in my grid home, and let me go in here. CRS-CTL stat res-t. This will show all the processes running from both my nodes. And you can see from here that listener is running from both nodes. Then our ASM listener is running, our ASM disk groups are running, are online. Scan listener is online from both nodes. One is in node 2 and two are in node 1. Aura ASM is also running, management listener is running. VIP is running from both nodes. Scan VIP is also running, as you can see, and you can see from which node it is running and the status as online. This should be the status, and what is the exact status that is been shown in here. Now we need to proceed with our database software installation. So to proceed with the installation, first of all we need to get the binaries. So we have the binaries in our media folder, SF shared. I need to log in as root, and I have the files in here. So this is the file. So cp db home I need to copy, and where to copy? Oracle. Then so here I need to copy it. So this will take some time for this to copy. I will pause the video until it's copied. So this has been copied. Now let me go to the directory and change the permissions of the file. and let me log in as root. Let me go in there. Let me see once in here what all things are there. Oracle, okay. Let me make a directory over here. Ora base. Ora, Ora base. So this directory, so I'm not having permission because this is root.o install. Let me go to u01 app mkdir Ora base ch own, change the ownership of it. So this is done. I need to do the same thing over my this node also. Since it does not have, Oracle does not have permission over there, so I need to do it with root user. And this will be the base directory, Oracle base directory. So this is done in here too. Now let me come to Jack again and let me go to Oracle. And unzip the file. Let me see the file, okay, and let me unzip it. So this is unzipping. I will pause the video till it's unzipped. So this has unzipped. Now I need to install it. So I will be having the run installer over here. Yes, it is there. Let me just remove this file, or else my system, it will be taking the space from my system. So let us proceed with setup software, because for rack install we need to set up software only first, and then we need to create the database using DBCA. We need to select Oracle rack database installation. So two nodes it is taken on its own. It will check for the SSH connectivity and all. Let me proceed with the enterprise edition and change the Oracle base. My Oracle home is this. It is retrieving the cluster every information, and I'll here also I'll be giving the operating system groups as o install. Let me take this only to automatically run the scripts, configuration scripts. And since I have not given sudo to root permission for Oracle user, I had to give the root user privileges over there. In your project environment, you might get sudo to root privilege for perform this step, or sudo to root privilege for your Oracle user to perform this step. Or if they are not willing to give root privilege to your Oracle user, then you need to consult with your server team, Unix team, so that they run these during your installation. So right now it is checking the prerequisites, after which installation will start. It is checking for every package and all, everything. It will be checking. Checking the node connectivity. This clock synchronization will be failing. So as I said, clock synchronization failed. Let me just ignore it and proceed with the database software installation. And let me just install it. So I'll pause the video until each and every step is complete. So as you can see, my registration of Oracle database software has been successful. So let me close it. So now we are left with our database installation. So let us proceed with it. I am in my directory, this. Let me go to bin, and from here dbca. So let me proceed with create a database. Let me proceed with the advanced configuration, and in here let me take general purpose or transaction processing database, and the database type as Oracle Real Application Cluster or Oracle One Node Rack One Node database. I'm going ahead with Oracle Real Application Cluster, and it is admin managed. So these are the two nodes. Again, it will be testing the passwordless SSH connectivity and the node apps and all, everything this will be tested. And it came here, and here I will be, let me take container database and the database name as infra and my PDB as infra PDB. Use local undo table space for PDBs. In here, I will be needing the FRA and data disk group, which we need to select. So I'll be using the automated storage management with data file location in plus data, and I'll be using OMF. In fast recovery, I'll be using FRA location, but I won't be enabling the archive logs because this is a test environment. I do not want my system to be full, and then I need to add some more disk, or else it will be a bit problematic. So I'll just specify in the fast recovery area, but I won't be enabling the archiving mode. For a production environment, you need to enable the archive mode. Oracle Database Vault and Oracle Level Security both are not needed. From here, you can give the SDS size, PDA size. If you want, you can use automatic memory management. Let me take automatic memory management. Processes, how much processes you need. Let me keep these as default. From here, the character set, the connection mode, dedicated or server mode. I'm proceeding with the dedicated server mode. Next. Okay. I need to proceed with this. I do not want this, and cluster verification utility will be checked periodically. I think that. Let me give the same password for all my users. Then create the database. So my prerequisite is fine, and you can see global database name, the node list, the configuration type, the SID which I am using, pluggable database, how many pluggable databases I am using, use local undo tablespace, yes, and you can see everything of the settings over here. Now let me finish it. So my database installation has started. So I will pause the video until my database creation is done. So my database creation has been completed, and you can see the details in here. So let me just check right now. Where am I? I am in this path. Let me check. Let me go to. Let me export it. Uh, Let me first check a servicetl command. U01 equals to slash U01 app product. So let me run it. Infra. It won't be showing because there was a typo. And you can see that the database is running from both my nodes. And my database version is 19.3. So we are done with our rack setup currently. So thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope this video will be useful for you to practice Oracle 19c rack in your home environment. Please do keep in mind regarding the requirements, the memory requirements and the storage requirements before you proceed with the installation, or else you will be facing lots of issues and your cluster or your database won't be set up properly. Thanks a lot again for watching the video. We will be meeting in our next session with some other stuffs with Oracle 19c rack. Till then, take care. Bye.